So again, welcome to polar coordinates, where we don't say x and y anymore. We say r and theta. Okay. So r is the distance from the center, and the theta is the direction. And we will use strictly radians in here. We don't use degrees. So when you use a calculator, make sure that you change it back to radians in the future. Chances are we don't need to use a calculator today, but in the future we might. Now, let's do something very simple. We say, all right, now, if you know what r theta is, r comma theta, and we say, please go ahead, plot the points. And what you see here, it's a different kind of plane that you have here. All right, now, let me just show you something. Let me show you something on Desmos, okay? Now, I want you to know that we have two different kind of settings. It's just a viewpoint. We can have a rectangular plane, or we can have a polar plane. It's just a plane. All right. So they look different, but the points and lines, they're all the same. It's just the way we see the background that's different. All right. So now the point A and B should be easy to plot. So we say, oh, so for point A, it's 2 comma pi over 3. So you're like, okay, let's go to what angle? Pi over 3. And you walk 2 units. Now the circles there are trying to help you to find out how many units away from the center. So we say, oh, so let's head to pi over 3. And how many units? We walk 2 units. So that's your A. Super easy. Okay, should not be a challenge to you. And then for B, we say, oh, what's B? Oh, it's 3 comma 5 pi over 6. 3 comma 5 pi over 6. So you find out where 5 pi over 6 is. Well, it's right here, 5 pi over 6. And you walk how many units? 3 units. So it's 1, 2, 3 units right here. That's point B. 1, 2, 3. Now, one word of advice is that make sure that you can at least tell where or which quadrant the point should reside. Okay, you should be able to tell what point, which quadrants the point should reside, should be located in. Okay, have a little sketch in your mind. All right, now part C, we say what direction? 5 pi over 4. It's not printed, but where's 5 pi over 4? That's 5 pi over 4. Okay. So that's the direction. But what's the radius? -2. That means you are going backward. So now if it's 2, it'll be in quadrant 3, right? If it's 2. But because it's -2, so you walk the opposite direction. So it'll be in quadrant 1. So that. Okay. I'm sorry, that's point C. Okay, that's point C. And then, what about point D? Well, regular R, it's 1 unit from the center, but it's -pi over 6. I think we know how to do -pi over 6, which is to go the other direction, to go clockwise. So this is -pi over 6, and we walk 1 unit. So that's D. Okay, that's D. That's very easy. Okay, so again, make sure you take notes on what do you do with -R, what do you do with -theta.